Hi, this is James from Hornbill Technical Support, and this is a short video that gives you a general overview of email autoresponder and how it works. As you can see here, I have a PowerPoint presentation showing the general routing of an email that it takes from when it starts, when you send an email, and to the point where you get an email confirmation to say your call's either been logged, updated, or if your request has been acknowledged. So, as you can see, so to begin with, if you are the end user, you're sending the email into your shared mailbox. It would reach your Exchange server. The Supportworks server will be configured to set up POP3 or IMAP4 connection to pick up your email from your Exchange server mailbox, and Supportworks server will then pass it across to the email routing rules. Email routing rules will then determine whether the email should be forwarded onto the autoresponder, or whether it needs to progress as a simple email, or also whether it can be forwarded across to a different folder within your mailbox. So if it chooses the option of going through to autoresponder, it will then go through the rules to check which rule it actually matches with. Each particular rule will have one assigned VPME script, which will then either lock the call, update the call, etc. And the VPME script will automatically write it into the database. Upon writing into the database, you will get an email confirmation to confirm whether your call has been updated, logged, or whether your request has been acknowledged. So if I take you across to the Supportworks server configuration, you can see here that we'll go from the stage of it reaching the email routing rules. If you do wish to set up your system mailbox to set up POP3 and IMAP4, this will be set up in a separate demonstration video. So in the email routing rules, so we've got to the stage where the email has been entered and sent from the client into your Exchange server. Supportworks has picked up the email. Now what do we want to do with the email? So as you can see here in the email routing rules, it's enabled by default, and in the condition it will automatically appear with subject like question mark. If we go into that rule itself, you can see that it says you've got an option here to forward a message onto a particular mailbox or folder, or whether you want to forward the message onto a autoresponder request. If it does not match any of the rules in here, it will be treated like any other email, a simple email, into your Supportworks mailbox, which you can access from the email tab on the Supportworks client. So I'm going to take you straight across to the email autoresponder tab. So if this matches the particular rule, so the subject has a question mark and then percentage marks for a wildcard. If the subject has a question mark and anything afterwards, then it will be processed as an autoresponder request. Within the Email Autoresponder tab, now these are the rules that it will check from top to bottom. If it matches with the initial one, the log new call, it will need to also match with the particular condition here. There will be a separate video for the main two rules for the log new call and update call, so I wouldn't worry about the condition for now. But this is just a general overview of this process. It will need to match with this condition before it runs the VPME script. You can see that the VPME script is on the function column here. So it's trying to run the AR log new call, which is the out-of-the-box ITSMF version of the log new call script. And basically you can see in the OK action here, these are the parameters set against the autoresponder VPME script, which it will follow to actually log the call. If it does not match with the first one, the first rule here, it will keep going down the list until it does match one. So as it matches a rule and its conditions and the call has been logged, as you can see within each rule you'll have email mailbox settings, which will email back to the end user to say whether your call's been accepted or rejected, or your update's been accepted, rejected. So as that's completed, we will go back to the presentation just as a summary. So the email is sent into your Exchange server. Supportworks server will pick it up through either POP3 or IMAP4. The email routing rules will determine whether it's an autoresponder request or not, and if not, then it will forward it into a folder or it will forward it into your main mailbox. The email routing rules will pass it across to the autoresponder rules. It will go down the list from top to bottom to check which rules it's going to match. It will then select which VPME script to actually run to be able to log it into the system, and then it will go into your database and you'll receive an email confirmation to say it's successful. So as I say, there's going to be two separate videos set up for the log new call and update call scripts and rules, and also a separate one for the actual mailbox routing.